Love, the Crown, and 16 Pairs of Little Shoes. Long ago, in a palace filled with the sound of violins and the scent of roses, a young princess named Teresa met a charming duke named Francis. In those days, most royal marriages were arranged just for power, but Teresa and Francis were different. When they looked at each other, they didn't see crowns or titles. They saw a best friend and a partner for life. Their love story was the talk of all Europe. In the chilly February of 1736, the great bells of Vienna began to ring. Thousands of people gathered in the streets to catch a glimpse of the celebration. It was the day Teresa and Francis were finally wed. The cathedral was filled with the glow of 1,000 candles, and as they walked together, they promised to support each other through every challenge the world might throw their way. Life as a royal couple was never quiet for long. Very soon, the sound of tiny footsteps began to echo through the palace halls. Each time a new baby arrived, the nursery was filled with new blankets and hand-carved cradles. Teresa loved being a mother just as much as she loved her people, often spending her mornings rocking a cradle before her royal meetings began. Being a ruler was a difficult job, especially when there were wars to fight and laws to write. Teresa became a powerful empress, sitting at a desk piled high with important maps and scrolls. Francis was always by her side. He managed the family's finances and built businesses, ensuring that the empire and their growing family would always be well cared for. The family grew and grew until there were 16 children in total. Can you imagine the noise at the dinner table? With so many brothers and sisters, there was always someone to play with. The older children took care of the younger ones, teaching them how to play games and share their toys in the grand nursery. During the warm summer months, the family moved to the Grand Schönbrunn Palace. The gardens there were enormous, with hidden paths and tall hedges. Francis loved to take the children outside. He would leave his heavy coat behind and run through the grass, showing his sons and daughters the beauty of nature and the fun of a simple game of catch. It wasn't all play, of course. With 16 children, school was a very serious business. Teresa wanted her children to be the smartest in the world. They had to learn many languages, practice the piano for hours, and study the history of many lands. Every day, the children sat with their tutors, their heads buried in heavy books. Each child had their own special talent. One daughter loved to paint beautiful flowers, while another preferred to spend her time in the palace kitchens. This daughter, Antonia, even had her own small stove where she learned to bake sweet treats. The palace was a whirlwind of different hobbies, dreams, and laughter. As the years passed, the 16 children grew into young men and women. One by one, they left home to marry and become kings and queens in other countries across Europe. It was hard for Teresa to say goodbye, but she knew they were carrying the lessons of kindness and hard work they had learned in Vienna to their new homes. Teresa and Francis lived a long and full life together. They showed everyone that you could be a powerful ruler and a loving parent at the same time. Even today, people remember the Empress and her Duke, not just for their golden crowns, but for the 16 pairs of shoes that once pitter-pattered through the halls of their home.